So, is the housing market going to crash in 2023? I know a lot of you have been asking me this question lately. So if you want to know the answer, then you need to watch this video. Hi, my name is Michael Wynn. I'm a retired Marine officer and a realtor with Century 21 Award. And let's jump right into the subject at hand. The topic of a potential housing crash in 2023 has been on the minds of many lately, as evident by a significant uptick in online searches for related keywords. This phenomenon first surfaced in 2020 when COVID-19 pandemic hit, and the uncertainty surrounding the future of the housing market sparked concerns. Fast forward to 2021, and housing values have continued to climb, causing yet another wave of fear among some that a crash is inevitable. This fear is amplified when interest rates started to rise in 2022, resulting in even more people searching online for information on a potential housing crash. However, it's important to note that the market slowdown and rising interest rates don't necessarily equate to a crash. Despite many individuals are still seeking out YouTube channel videos and articles that predict the worst case scenario, perhaps hoping to find some validation for their concerns or even a chance to jump into the market at a lower price point. The media's headlines on the housing market are often contradicting and can be further confuse individuals trying to navigate the current state of the market. It's like trying to predict where interest rates will be at the end of the year or where the housing market will be in a few years. There are countless opinions, but not many definitive answers. In short, the noise surrounding the possibility of a housing crash can be overwhelming, but it's crucial to take a step back and evaluate the situation with a clear, objective mindset. It's impossible to predict the future of the housing market with certainty, but by staying informed and avoiding alarmist clickbait articles, individuals can make educated decisions about their housing investments. As a realtor, I invite everyone to listen to my insights and understanding what's truly happening in the housing market. While the economics can be tedious and sluggish, we find it exciting to keep track of the latest developments. At its core, it boils down to the principles of supply and demand. Where there is an abundance of supply, prices tend to go down, while high demand often leads to increased prices. But what if we face a situation where both supply and demand are low? In recent time, interest rates have fluctuated between 3.25 and 7.37% and currently sit at 6.69. Such extreme changes have had a negative impact on a number of buyers who can afford to invest in real estate. As a result, there's a growing affordability housing crisis, which is becoming more and more prevalent. If you look at this chart, you'll notice that the purple line in the middle indicates a 6-month inventory or less. And to the right of the blue line, prices tend to trend to rise. Conversely, when inventory exceeds 6 months and falls, the left of the purple line, prices tend to decline. However, for the first time, we're seeing less than 6 months inventory in the United States, and yet the black triangles on the chart demonstrate the values are going up. This could be contributed to an ongoing tug of war between supply and demand, which is evident across the country. Freddie Mac recently released their housing price index for January, revealing that U.S. housing market is up 2% year over year. However, this figure is significantly lower than almost 20% high seen previously. The Case-Shiller index was also at 20%. It's worth noting that since June, housing values have declined by 5%. California, which receives a lot of attention, has experienced periods where it rose above 20%, with 1977 numbers showing an increase at 30%. Currently, California's housing market is down 2% year over year, indicating a decrease in real value from January last year. This trend is expected to continue into March with an 8% drop since May of 2022. The decline in housing values is attributed to a rise in inventory since October and November when rates increased, causing prices to decline more rapidly. However, inventory has since decreased with few new sellers entering the market. The number of available homes is now at an all-time low, with only drops coming onto the market. The decrease in inventory is also evident across the United States, with only 419,000 detached homes currently available, compared to 820,000 in 2019. Despite the decline in the housing values and inventory, the current situation does not indicate a housing bubble or a significant crash. The current amount of homes on the U.S. market is very similar to levels seen before and during the Great Recession. From 2012 to 2019, the market behaved at the 2 million mark, while COVID caused a significant drop in inventory with levels unseen since the 1980s. Alto's research indicates that the inventory typically rises at the end of January, but this year inventories continued to decline throughout February and into March. In the past week alone, detached homes across the U.S. fell by 2.5%. While this trend may concern some, it's important to note that low inventories can also lead to a seller's market, with buyers competing for limited homes, resulting in higher prices. The Southern California housing market has experienced a significant drop in new homes listings, with a decline of 9% in just 1 month. This issue lies in the golden handcuff phenomenon, where homeowners are hunkered down due to their incredible interest rates or maybe their ability to afford to move. Although this trend is present across the United States, it's particularly prominent in Southern California due to the high property prices. Looking at data for 2023, there is a clear decrease in the number of homes being put on the market. While some experts suggest that this trend is similar to previous years, it is, in fact, much worse. In January and February alone, 40% fewer sellers listed their homes compared to a typical year before COVID-19. If this trend continues throughout the year, the number of homes on the market will be far less than what is typically seen in Southern California. In fact, we may miss out 162,000 sellers in the region alone. This trend has created a tug of war between buyers and sellers. While buyers initially had the advantage due to high inventory, the decreasing number of homes on the market has made it increasingly difficult to find suitable properties. Therefore, it's crucial for the housing market to find a way to incentivize sellers to list their homes and avoid a potential housing crisis. The real estate market in Southern California has reached a stable point with active listings remaining around 20,000 homes. While this is much lower than pre-pandemic levels, it is an improvement over the low point reached during the early days of COVID-19 in 2020. The current situation is still considered a supply crisis by experts like Stephen Thomas, as there simply aren't enough homes on the market to meet demand. Despite the uptick in demand over the past 2 weeks, the overall demand remains low which is expected to change as the spring market begins. This is when families typically like to transact and place their homes on the market. As a result, we can expect to see more homes coming onto the market in March, with even more in April and peak in May. This trend is due to families wanting to close during the summer months while their children are out of school. However, the expected market time is still quite low, hovering around 54 days, which is considered a hot market. While this could lead to value skyrocketing, buyers are still cautious and unlikely to overpay. Nonetheless, certain markets such as LA and Riverside are experiencing even hotter markets with expected market time of 50 days and 60 days respectively. Orange County is at 44 days. That's ridiculous. Riverside at 60, San Bernardino at 66 days, San Diego at 35 days, and Ventura at 39 days. Anything at 40 days or below is referred to as insanity. This has resulted in values going up and buyers competing fiercely, especially for homes in good condition that are priced accordingly to fair market value. In conclusion, Southern California real estate market remains highly competitive and challenging for buyers due to low inventory levels. However, as the spring market heats up, we can expect more homes to become available, leading to increased competition among buyers. It's important to buyers to remain cautious and work with experienced real estate professionals to ensure they secure the best deal possible. The current real estate market is in a state of flux, with a tug of war between buyers and sellers. While sellers are currently enjoying a slight advantage due to limited supply caused by fewer homeowners listing their properties, the situation could change if more inventory becomes available. Interest rates will play a crucial role in determining the direction of the market, with a decline to mid-fives making the market more attractive to buyers. Despite low demand levels, which are comparable to those during the Great Recession, the low supply of available homes means that the market is unlikely to experience a crash. Rather, the mantra of the year is expected to be fewer closed sales due to fewer buyers in the marketplace. Thank you for joining me for another housing market update. I hope you found this information informative and useful. And if you did, please smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with all your friends. And if you have any questions about the market, or you would like my help in finding or selling a home, please don't hesitate to contact me. Again, I'm Michael Wynn with Century 21 Award. And remember, you too can win with Wynn.